an old vision that I was shown a couple of years ago that feel like I'm a peasant person. I don't like my life. The town is Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't like my wife. I don't like my job. I'm not happy. But I leave my house and I go to a specific area and I go into a whorehouse and my wife is there, my current wife from 2025. She works there and I have such joy seeing her, such love that we want to be together so much. We bring such happiness to each other. Nothing happens with us. We just sit and talk every day. I sneak there every day and go there. That's it. That's all I see is that.
And what is your wife doing there?
She feels the same joy and happiness when we're together, but when we're not, she just is the same. She doesn't like her life either. She waits for the evening when we can talk together.
And did you say this is during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yes.
Okay, what do you see? Can you describe your surroundings?
Wooden houses, mud on the ground. Outside is grass and dirt of the city, but inside is just dirt. It's been trodden so much. There's feels like there's a little wooden houses, almost like a small town, and there's a rock border that leads to a castle. But we can never go past that wall because it's royalty. So we're out here in the mud, in the dirt. We're not really sure what the purpose of our life is, just cutting wood,
And is
farming.
that what you do for money?
Yes. Yeah, it seems like I bundle wood and sell it. A bunch of
And
shop vendors that sell different trinkets and some weave, some weave cotton, some make clothing.
and what do these people look like? Do you see a lot of people around you, or is it just what is the environment like?
It's very loud. A lot of people. There is a lot of people. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. Everybody's wearing clothes made of cow skin and cotton. Seems like shoes are just cow skin tied together. Everybody's very dirty. Doesn't seem
And
very hygienic.
sorry, can you repeat that?
It's not very hygienic.
Are you able to look at your feet?
Yes.
What does it look like? What kind of clothes are you wearing and shoes?
My clothes are baggy, but they're also made from cow skin and twine. Its sides are just pitched together and woven down. Nothing very, nothing like jeans. Seems very simple and cautious to not step in water. They're not sealed at all.
And what are people like that are around you?
People selling are kind when you buy stuff or when they're happy. The men of the town, the blacksmiths, they, they seem to have a higher attitude, like they're better than everyone. So we stay out of their way.
And do you see any friends or family there other than your wife?
No, feels like I'm alone. I don't know if by choice or by fear. I don't really fit in with my family that I have. I don't feel comfortable there.
Is there anywhere you would like to explore in this area?
No, I don't really like this area. I went somewhere else. Somewhere feels like a huge open field area, massively open as far as I could see. There's nothing there, but there's a perfectly square rock tower that goes up almost as high as I could see. And it's very big, uh, almost like the size of a state would be. It's very, very big. And I could look up and see the top of it, but I can't see what's up there. But I see the sky is closed off, almost like a force field in the sky. And the tower goes, meets it, and there's a hole the size of the tower in the sky. Only the tower could go through the sky, of the force field in the sky. Not sure what this is.
Uh, are you able to look down to see if you have feet?
Doesn't seem like I do.
Okay.
I feel like I can see my arms, but below that it's just a cloud or a transparency, and there's nothing.
And do you see anybody around you or
No, it's it's just me alone. But at the top of the rock is there's a lot of action. There's looks like lightning storms and lights and clouds all together, but it's too foggy to see anything.
are you able to float or drift up to see the top?
Yes, I'm going there. Just, I don't know what's there. I can't see through the fog.
Do you have the ability to clear the fog in your field?
Feeling a little nervous.
Okay, that's okay. You don't have to. And as you're up there, are you able to see anything else?
It looks like a ship. It's like
And
I'm looking down in the fog, and it's a silver ship that it starts out as a point of a needle, and then it gets really thick and wide, but slim, almost like it's flat, but it can't be flat. That doesn't make sense. But the back of it kind of pinches off into a point, a long, flat point. It's really sharp.
And how are you feeling as you're up here?
Very curious, but I feel like my body is nervous. Maybe my mind is getting in the way.
It's okay, you're in a safe space. You don't have to go anywhere you don't want to. Or do you feel like there could be any entities around you that you might not be able to see?
No, it feels like it's just me.
Okay.
Feels like the ship is calling to me, asking me to join it.
How do you feel?
Like I want to lay down on top of it.
Are you able to do that?
Yes. Seem
And
to have merged with it.
you merged with it? And what does that mean? Can you explain?
I think I went through it. It's now sitting inside of it. And it's now a normal ship. It's fully, there's room everywhere inside.
And what else does it look like?
It looks like a ship that can go from planets to space and join a much bigger ship. It's a fast ship. It's a lot of controls, but I don't need to touch any of them. I just sit in the chair and think what I want to do, and the ship does it.
And do you have access to control the ship?
Yes, yes, this is my ship.
And how are you feeling in this ship?
Like I'm exploring somewhere important for something that's about to happen or get ready for something. Something's about, I'm making sure that everything's okay for what's about to happen, so it's ready.
Do you have a sense as to what's about to happen? Can you describe
Feels
it?
feels like a game is about to start, but people don't think it's a game. But to me, it's a game. But it's something with, it's going to be inhabited by people. But to me, it's a game. So I'm getting it ready, making sure that everything's ready, like a programmer would make sure their game is ready for the public.
And what does this game entail? Can you describe what the meaning is about this game?
I want to say it's the new Earth because when I think of that, I get excited about it. I thought I was supposed to be somewhere in the past. It feels like this is an area where people are going to come to explore magic. That's
And
what makes me think of the new Earth.
do you have a sense as to what timeline this is or year?
I don't know. It's confusing for me. Maybe I'm trying to get a hold of it too much instead of letting it flow.
And do you see anyone in that ship?
No, it's just me. But when I'm in the ship, I am the ship.
I
And it's
see.
me. It feels like it's just an extension of myself.
And is there any other description you can tell me about the ship? Any unique or really interesting parts of the ship that you would like to share?
Even though there's a window on the ship, if I close my eyes and I sit with it, I can see through the ship in every direction. And it's like I can run final tests on the place that I'm at where I can think of mountains and they'll rise up out of the ground. And then I say, okay, and they disappear. And then I say trees, and then trees will grow everywhere, rise up high as redwoods. And I say, okay, good. And then they disappear. And I can do this with anything I think of.
And you mentioned you could see your arms. What do they look like?
They look like a giant letter C that connects to my head. I
And
guess I
how it,
thought they were arms.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I thought they were arms, but they don't seem like arms. They seem like they're just filling something in because I expected them to be there.
Oh, okay. And you said it was a giant letter C?
Yeah, or a horseshoe. It just like my head pivots on the very center back point, and then they protrude out and around to the front. But just because I expected them to be there, not because they're supposed to be there.
And what color is it?
Red, red steel, like red metal. They look like steel bars that just kind of arc around to the front of me, but they don't touch.
And are you able to get a sense as to what else you may look like? Or if there's a mirror there that you could look at?
Feels like the image I was shown of my cosmic family. It looked like almost what we could say is our brain, but it's in the shape of a square, about the size of a microwave. It seemed to be on a plate, and the letter C protrudes from the plate, but it's not a plate. It's like a sphere, a flat metal sphere. Okay, these arms are able to clamp onto stuff if I need to grab something and hold it. That's what it is. So they're mechanical arms that are connected to the plate that I sit on. When I sit on this plate, I can control it to fly, to move, to grab stuff. It's a very basic transportation module we have to get around in our ship and other places. But in the back of the ship, there's a robot that looks like a human body. It's very big. And I can go into the center of that and then control the body, control the robot. That's what I use if I need to explore somewhere dense.
And Do you have a sense as to where your star family might be, your cosmic family?
Somewhere in the Pleiades.
And is that where you're from?
Yes. I'm
And
part of the Seven Sisters.
which planet in the Pleiades are you able to tell us that?
No, I I don't know. It feels like I'm being blocked from that because I need to focus on what I'm doing, on my mission,
And what is your mission? Could you describe that?
to get this planet ready for inhabitation, make sure everything works as it's supposed to.
And which who's going to inhabit this planet?
Humans inhabit this planet.
Why will humans inhabit this planet?
It's a place where they can create magic and explore.
And what will they leave Earth altogether?
Feels like it's surrounding Earth. It's a planet that surrounds Earth, but it's a different frequency than the Earth. So it's there just waiting to be used, like an empty canvas.
Could you tell me how you're able to get to Earth from where you are?
By being mean to someone, by
By
thinking
being mean?
negatively, by thinking sad, by being sad, it'll drop my vibration enough to see the other Earth. But I don't want to be sad. I want to focus on my mission because it brings me joy.
Are there times where you have to lower your frequency to get to Earth?
No, no, we set up stuff for when people are ready. We make sure everything's great and works as it's supposed to. So when people are ready, they have it available.
And when you say we, could you describe this group of people or other entities that you work with?
They are my family, same as me, but they are back home on our planet. We just need one of us to go and get it ready because we can all link to each other. We're all connected. All our thoughts are one and together. But we can choose to have a certain amount of discretion to ourselves. And that's what I do here. I practice having my own experience to make myself more unique, to have more understanding. And then I share it with the others.
And is this why you chose this mission, or is there another reason?
Yes. I love exploring and expanding and finding out more and learning more. It's my favorite hobby.
Are you able to describe what your family looks like?
They look like me. We all look the same. We don't have eyes. We don't have a mouth. We just see all directions, everywhere at once. And we use telepathy to communicate. We have small, what you would say, tentacles that come out the side of our body. And we use these to sense and feel more deeply.
Are you typically in a physical form,
Yes.
or are you able to go into a non-physical form as well?
No, we are physical form,
Okay.
but we are soft and very delicate and very vulnerable. We created bodies of metal that are very advanced, that can move fast and nimble. We did this out of protection of our planet because our planet was betrayed. We were sold a lie and we believed it was for the better, but we were tricked as others were. And this is why we built such protection and advancements to keep us safe.
And how were you betrayed?
We were sold a lie by beings that said they were more advanced than us. They could help us evolve. That they had the answers that we needed, but we had to give them control. And the majority of us agreed, even though some didn't. And it was catastrophic.
And do you know who these beings are?
I, I don't, I can't see, even though I can see myself, my family is cutting me off from this information.
And
They want to restore this information to me in person on the 3D
oh,
world.
okay. Okay. And what happened to your planet when this betrayal happened? Can you describe that?
All most life on the surface was wiped out. A lot of us fled and have been in our ship trying to repair the planet slowly ever since. We work with others that have been through the same experience, and we are all rebuilding. And we are waiting as well for the cosmic flash that will amplify everything. It will bring love and restoration to everywhere. When the earth ascends, it vibrates out and heals all around it. And this is what we are waiting for.
And with the flash, what can be expected to happen after the flash?
This was something that was shown to Rick last night in the shower, that we switched back to the timeline that he was shown, where there will be 3 waves of light, 3 waves of awakening on Earth. A very select few will accept this light at first and wake up because their bodies are clean, because their minds are clean. They will start to glow, their skin will glow, and they will start to remember more abilities than they have had already. And they will practice these and they will use them to help others. Not everyone can accept this immediately. It is too dense on their body. Sorry, their body is too dense, and it will make their body into a paperweight where they cannot move, and their head will be so painful they will go into a coma state. So it is not their time yet. Some may choose this as well and go into that state. They will have to wait until med beds are set up to heal, or until those of light remember their power to heal and can take them out of that state and heal them. We don't see many choosing this at first. Only the few that can hold this light will accept it at first. Then others will see, and they will be drawn to it, and they will want healing. And those are the next wave that will awaken, and they will glow. They will be more than the first. And there will be lots of them. But there will be, this wave will have a lot of people that go into coma state. So much that there will be facilities set up to house them. And they will just be put in a few med beds, one at a time, to heal. So there's a long wait, maybe a month or two, of families' loved ones just laying in a coma state, being stored in a warehouse. There's children. The children don't glow at first. Some do, some don't, but they don't pass out. They don't go into a coma state. These children are rounded up and kept against their will in facilities such as closed down buildings like what used to be Walmart or Amazon factory distribution. And those of light will use abilities to help free these children in a loving way. And as more people choose this light, there will be one final flash where people have a final choice to join a love society or to reject it. And this will be the final split of the earth. The people that do not choose this, they just, in their minds, wake up as if nothing ever happened. And they go to work the next day. And the planet continues to destroy itself. And they all live in chaos. But the people that choose this light remember everything. They remember both sides. It becomes stories to pass down. And these people start to build this magic planet where anything is possible. Only the people that first chose the light are now able to start creating. Others have to learn their abilities again. Not everyone has many abilities. Those that first chose the light seem to have the most abilities. And over time, people can learn others. But everyone can create now after their bodies are healed and their minds are one. They can create their own experience, which we've seen already. We've seen this. Rick has been making pictures of it through AI of his home on the new Earth and different areas he's seen on the new Earth. Very excited. I don't understand a lot of structures out in space. Some are taking shape, forming into celestial bodies. Some look like massive beings that are the size of constellations. Some are ships. Some look like mountains out in space. Some of the light looks like portals. They go places. It keeps changing too fast. I can't get a grasp on one specific thing. I see waterfalls made of dust in space. It looks like clouds, but they're waterfall, and it's gone. Excuse me.
And is it too fast because they're passing by you, or are you passing by it?
Feels like I'm just floating in one spot, but I'm being shown all these different things.
And is someone there with you that is showing you all of this?
No. Feels like it's me trying to connect to that life again, of my galactic life.
And are you able to see any arms or legs, feet? If you look around.
It seems to be just my consciousness, but I can make a see-through version of my current body if I want to. But it's not real. It's just to ease my mind if I want it. But otherwise, I just feel like I'm a cloud, a small cloud.
And what does it look like to be a small cloud?
I can see every direction around me with no limitations, or I can separate myself from myself and just look at myself being a physical cloud. Either one. I can do both. Kind of fun. But I prefer to see in every direction all at once because it's more useful.
And are you able to see? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm on a planet now, looking down from the atmosphere, and it looks like the ground is burnt and charred and broken into two pieces. But it's like massive, like the size of the United States would be broken in half type of thing. I don't know if it's my home planet. I'm not sure. Excuse me.
And can you tell what time period this might be?
No, it's strange. I'm seeing like like when you go to a store and you see a TV that has a new technology versus old. The old's on the left and the new's on the right. I'm seeing like that, like a split down the middle where there was luscious life and plants and trees, and on the right side it's the same area, just burnt and crisp and burnt lands that ground has holes everywhere, broken up like a fire the day after. The logs of the fire are burnt and charred. Yeah,
And are
buildings too. Very, very advanced structures of buildings that used to be there.
were they burned down as well?
They were destroyed, blown up. These structures were, they felt like they were a part of us. When you walk into them, you feel like like you're with family. And the walls will just disintegrate as you walk through them and then reappear. And light is in the walls and it follows you where you go. So wherever you are, there's light. Pretty neat.
And this is the United States. That does it look like the United States, you said?
No, I think this was my home planet.
Okay. Is this the Pallades?
Yes. So the area we lived in was about the size of what the United States would be.
Okay.
And around it was dried craters, rock, or it is now. It's now just craters and rock. Yeah.
And is your civilization rebuilding?
Yes.
And how are they doing this?
With energy, the surface of the planet as whole was a part of us, and we need to restore connection in order for it to heal. But there's not enough of us that are strong enough to heal the planet. So we do little by little for now until the flesh. Then we can rebuild fast.
Are there any cosmic civilizations that are able to help?
There's so many that suffered the same fate, that we are all doing our own little part, but sharing ideas and sharing knowledge and sharing love so we can all help heal what little we can. The ones that were not affected are far away from here. We don't know if they were able to succeed or if they suffered the same fate, but we are a bit disconnected right now. Everybody is at Earth. Everybody's outside of Earth. That's where all the excitement is.
And what do you mean exactly when everybody is outside of Earth?
Oh, every race around every galaxy from light dimensions away, as far as you can think, have some that are able to come and witness the flash on Earth. So they are all in their ships. There's so many that they have to all be in agreement where only certain amount can be in certain frequencies so they don't overlap.
Now, coming back to the body, are you able to tell me which version of Rick you are?
I feel like on my galactic self now, again, I was communicating, connecting through my family and letting them show me a little bit more, but they still don't want to show me too much. They want to feel the excitement that they feel when they connect to Rick. They want to feel that in person on the earth as they restore his memory. It's a very special thing that they can do for him.
And are you from a future timeline or parallel?
Feel like I can access all.
Okay.
My job was from before I went to Earth, but I'm able to see past or see events after, see myself there, and see parts of what I will do in the future.
And being able to access all timelines in any present moment, are you able to restore and rebuild um, quicker from having this ability?
Are you referring to the planet?
Yes,
No, because my awareness is on Earth currently.
I see. And does your galactic self exist simultaneously as your Earth self?
No, there are no other lives currently. They have all been compressed and absorbed into one, into Rick, into his higher self. He's just waiting. Sometimes he merges with his higher self and he feels his higher self as a woman, as a delicate woman, as his feminine self. He likes to practice that sometimes when he is sitting alone, to feel his body shift into a woman's body and then back into his own, to feel his emotions from a feminine side and back into his normal self. And he looks forward to the day that it will be one complete for good instead of switching back and forth. But I am my life, my galactic life. That is where I'm at right now, in the past, but able to see all things.
Okay. And what else can you tell us about where you were when you saw the top of a structure, but you felt hesitant to go there? Can you tell us any more about that structure? It's a very tall structure, and it went into the clouds.
It was part of the Earth, the new Earth, communicating with my ship. When that structure rises to the edge of the atmosphere, it will seal the atmosphere and it'll be ready for use from that state forward. It will be complete. And that is how I exit the planet for good to make sure that it is sealed and complete for use. Kind of like an inspection tag that you put on clothes when they are done to confirm that they are done correctly. Then that tower will dissolve back into the earth.
And is this a physical structure or etheric?
It was physical while being used. It was just taking the minerals from the earth to form rock and stone. It's movable.
And can humans see this structure? Are they able to see it?
It won't be there when humans arrive. It was dissolved after I left.
And when you exit the planet, where do you go?
I went back home to my galactic family, getting ready to start my journey on Earth. Everyone is so excited. I will represent the last of our people by going to Earth and evolving. It is my hobby. I am the most curious of us.
And is your wife part of your galactic family?
No,
Is she part of your soul family in your human form?
my wife is from a very, very powerful dragon family. They guard some of the vibrational energy on Earth, the frequencies that allow emotions to appear, to be felt. My family does this too. We are in charge of a gem also. But since there's few of us, we cannot handle strong energy such as the dragons. So we chose to guard the frequencies towards neutrality. But our story is fun. Our story is great. We started Earth together, not knowing each other. Through hundreds of lives, we started to form a team. We found that we could benefit each other by playing specific roles on Earth to help each other. This became a group of five. Rick played the role of King Solomon, and his wife was Queen Sheba. They were together on Earth in very important roles at the same time. They eventually found that their group could be very helpful to others towards the end of their lives when they ascended. They formed, they were brought in to a special plan through the life of Jesus. This group was together with them to support him, to be with him, to learn from him. A group of five, John was there. John became an apostle to Jesus. Honda was there. He was someone who was healed by Jesus. Rick was there. He was Jesus' father. Rick's wife was there. He was also someone healed by Jesus. Saint Germain was there. He was a physician who saw firsthand the works of Jesus. All five of them ascended that life and chose to stay together as a group after that. Rick and his wife would continue to come to Earth, life after life after life, while the other three stay behind to guide from the other side, to help. Rick and his wife would spend 12 generations in one family tree, helping to clear karma from that family. After 12 generations, they would jump into another family tree each and work that way. And they have been doing such until this life, where they agreed to rest and to witness and to watch and to help. Their last life was their 12th life of their last family tree. So they chose to stay in that family tree for this life, to be born with them, but to watch, and then to eventually to help heal and bring awareness to their families. They were also blessed to birth two angels in human bodies. Many, many angels are being born in bodies now. Humans are not allowed to be born anymore. Only angels. Angels that have been with the earth from the beginning are now getting to experience what it's like to be the humans that they were having to help for so many hundreds of millions of years. They are so excited. They have this experience of uniqueness. This is the first time they are able to have their own uniqueness away from the oneness. That is Rick's story.
That's beautiful. And are angels that are incarnating now, do they have a specific mission, or or are they just simply here to be?
They are here to experience and feel everything they possibly can on every aspect on a physical level. They have what you would call book smarts, and they want to gain street smarts. They want to experience everything they can and just witness and be until the flash of light when they are called into action to help others, to help heal, and to help people understand. Then they can choose to go home, or they can choose to stay on the new earth and be a part of the groups that they have formed bonds with, formed relationships with. They can stay as long as they like with these people, but nothing is required of them.
And how about ones who are called starseed, light workers? What is their role after the flash? Is there anything they need to do?
They need to focus on love, to focus on healing, to let go of rivalries, to let go of low density feelings, to let go of wrongs, let go of victimness, let go of all things that hold you back from loving someone, wanting the best for everyone. And clean your body. Bodies are so important. If your body is not clean, then you will have to wait. But the more you clean your mind and your body, the more easier the transition will be. And all light workers want love. They want the best for everyone. They will be able to create anew all their dreams, their ideas, all the what ifs. If this could happen, then people would be happy and at peace. They will now have a canvas to display their ideas, to form them into reality, to see if they work. And when they do, we can refine them and help them get better and more helpful for the humanity.
And what can we do to help clean our bodies?
Detox your body. Stay away from anything that you don't understand. Stay away from seed oils. Stay away from stuff that is not supposed to be in your body. Anything that is alternative is not meant for the body. Stuff that has life is meant for the body. Stuff that is produced from the ground, that is meant for the body. Food is life, but humans have lost their way where they think they need to take life to sustain life, and that is not true. Life is given from source. Apples grow on trees and they provide life, but they don't take life to give. Apples grow back again and again and again. The tree is the life. Cows give milk, and that is life. But cows should not have to give their life to sustain life. Those are the foods that must be focused, the foods that can keep giving but be sustained.
And how can humans get back to where we can be clean and healthy again for those who are not connected to themselves yet? What is there any advice you would like to give them?
They need to stop focusing on how good stuff tastes and start focusing on what can make them feel good, a lasting feel good. Taste is great, but it is so limited to a very short experience, and then it is gone. But if they focus on feeling good, then their body will continue to feel good all day. And it is a long lasting experience of joy. And that will help their mood get better. It will help their life get better. It will help their choices get better. And they will see their life turning around, all because they stopped poisoning themselves.
Are we heading in that trajectory?
This is one of the many divisions on Earth right now. That so many are waking up to understand what's in their food and the chemicals that should not be in there. Many are outraged and protesting and standing up for it, bringing awareness. But there is also another polarity where many are so lost in the taste and hopeless because they have gone down that path for so long that their bodies are failing and they see no hope. And for those, only the next meal can bring them happiness. They don't feel like they can turn their life around anymore. They're too far gone. This and their minds are blocked. They have chose a path of specific. Rick is blocking me from saying immunizations, but that is what they have chose, and it has closed their minds. And this has helped the industries push chemicals to food, to people, to keep them closed and to keep them from understanding what they need to turn their life around.
Thank you. And is there any other scene? Should we go into another scene, or would you like to begin your healing?
I, I guess healing. I'm not sure what I'm seeing now. I'm seeing looks like a wooden tunnel that's on the surface of somewhere, and there's these little wooden sleds made of logs that have dead bodies on them and flowers all over them, and they're being pushed down this tunnel out into the water. But I don't know where this is at. It almost looks like they're Indian people, Native American Indians. It's strange. I don't know why I'm seeing that.
Shall we bring in your higher self to be able to explain why you might be seeing this?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. When your higher self is available, please let me know.
Hello.
Hello. I would like to know why Rick might be seeing this wooden tunnel.
It is past life sorrow being released.
And what should we explore in order for him to release any sorrows from this past life?
He needs to just sit and feel that what he already knows is true. Everything is experience. Everything was to feel a specific emotion more deeply, to master it, to feel everything there is to feel about it, and then to appreciate it and let it go. He is doing this. Being sick has set him back a little, but as he connects, he will do this more. There is not much left. There's such minimal that it is just cleaning the corners, so to speak.
Okay. Should we sit here for a moment and allow any release to happen as we wait in silence?
There's no need. It will continue in his
Okay.
subconscious.
And I'd like to ask the higher self if Rick needs to either move to a healing place Or we can also do a list of healing questions that we would like to invite you to.
I would be delighted to hear a list of questions.
Okay. So we're going to begin now. Now we're going to drift away from that scene. Just leave that scene behind. And we're going to move now into a place of healing, a beautiful place of healing. Now you see the sacred healing place before you. What does it look like?
This is our finished home on the new earth. This is where we love to be. It is he has a picture of this, but where we are right now is across the lake on the other side of a cliff. We look out at a waterfall, maybe 300 feet in the air. We are halfway between the top and the bottom on the opposing ridge. We created a nice spot. The walls are made of amethyst, and the trees have interwoven their branches to create a small roof that lets a gentle light in. There's some blankets on the ground, and we sit here and we listen to the waterfall and the birds and the trees. It is our favorite place.
And are you on the surface of the planet?
Yes.
And what does the ground look like?
The ground is a jungle. This is our home. Everybody's home is different, but this is our home. The ground is a jungle. There is soft dirt. There is nothing that ever becomes sharp. There is trees everywhere, beautiful trees. There is monkeys aplenty. Monkeys everywhere. Snakes asked if they could join us, but they behave themselves. They hang in the trees, and the monkeys use them as swings, and they get a laugh out of this. But they are happy to be accepted finally, instead of feared. We go and we perform our favorite hobby, where we run across the top of the water, and we allow the monkeys to run across the top for a little while. And then we turn it to water and watch them splash in the water, and they laugh and they swim and they enjoy the cool temperature of the water. And then we teleport to an area above the water and then fall as if we jumped off a diving board into the water and swim and float and look at the sky and just enjoy being there.
That's beautiful. And as we sit here in your healing place, I would like to call in Rick's healing team, as well as Archangel Raphael, to assist with any physical ailments, and Archangel Azrael to assist with mental stability, as I ask for each healing to be performed. Please let me know when each healing is completed in order for us to move on to the next question. Are there any negative vows and contracts that need to be released?
There are none.
Are there any negative cords and attachments that need to be removed?
There is one connected to his throat from when he was a child.
And as we heal this, will you please let me know when the healing is complete?
It is done.
Thank you. Are there any rips and tears that in Rick's aura that need to be filled with light?
There are none.
Are there any implants within Rick we need to transmute or disengage?
There are none.
May we cleanse any low vibrational or negative DNA?
It is being done.
Right? Is there any ancestral healing that needs to be performed?
It was done in this session.
Okay, beautiful. Do we need to balance any masculine, feminine energy for Rick?
No, he just needs to focus on his vibration as he's healing from the sickness.
Okay. Are there any abundance blocks that need to be cleared so Rick can live a healthy, prosperous life?
It is done.
And may we cleanse all chakras of energy blocks and align them to Rick for your highest good?
Yes, it is done.
Are there any negative mental loops that need to be cleared?
There are none.
May we bring in balance to both hemispheres of Rick's left and right brain?
Yes, it is done.
And do we need to gently decalcify the pineal gland to have it sparkle like a diamond?
Oh, yes. This he has learned last night. He has already started this. When you get COVID, it coats the pineal gland, and you must cleanse it again. He has started this, and we are helping.
Thank you. May we connect the mind and the heart?
Yes, this has been
Are there any aspects of Rick's self that needs to be recalled to create a whole self?
just to keep doing what he has been doing. That is enough.
Great. And is Rick currently on his highest timeline?
He is. He has guidance he received last night, and when he follows it, it will be for his best.
And does Rick need to know any best way to protect himself energetically? Or is this already being done?
This is being done. This was, as he came back online last night, this was shown to him that he needs to realize and stay in the focus that even though the surroundings can be horrible, that doesn't have to be his experience.
Great, thank you. Those are all of the list of questions I needed to ask. And is there anyone that would like to come forward at this moment? If not, we can move on to source light healing.
His galactic family, our galactic family, just wants to share their love and appreciation. Even though he knows this, they want to enforce it more, that they are so proud.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
Now we will begin our source light healing. So just relax and imagine now, if you will, the great central sun, the center of all there is, the very heart of source itself. This beautiful shimmering light is the brightest, most powerful light you could ever imagine. We're going to ask the great central sun to send a beaming, healing light and energy directly to you now. This beautiful beam of light is arriving here and now and is sparkling just for you at the top of your head. Right now, it is just at the top of your head. Perhaps you can feel a warmth or a tingling sensation, or maybe just a slight pressure. This beautiful light begins to enter your scalp and flows through out your head and cleanses any gray matter or debris. This healing light then flows through your forehead, between your brows, and then down into your eyes, sinuses, ears, and throat. As the light is moving down further, it regenerates as it flows, clearing and rewiring the brain, dissolving any negative looping thoughts and negative neural pathways, creating new neural connections with pure and positive light, and releasing any mental blockages that are not aligned to your highest timeline. The light is now moving through the back of your neck, clearing and cleansing down the spine and back up the spine. Now moving across the shoulders and into the arms, all the way down to your fingertips. Now going back up through your fingertips into the arms and throughout your torso, flowing throughout your entire back. The light now begins to fill all of your systems and organs, including your lungs, heart, digestive organs, and down into your lower pelvis, removing any negative programming and fear that is not serving your highest good. The reproductive organs are now basking in this warm, healing light, clearing any negative trauma from your past lifetimes and this lifetime. And the light continues to flow down through your thigh bones and gently into the marrow of your bones. This sparkling, glowing light is now flowing towards your knees, your shins, and your feet. This light is now streaming back and forth, slowly and gently, through your entire body and all of your energy fields, and into every single cell and molecule of your body. It flows back and forth with gentle waves of healing energy to cleanse and heal your DNA. As the light moves down outside of your feet and into the floor, it carries all misaligned energies, negativity, and debris, carrying away old programs and belief systems that no longer serve your highest good. The light continues down through the Earth's core and through all of the layers and down to the center of the core. The Earth's core is recycling all unwanted energies and uses them for others in beneficial and benevolent ways. The light then bounces out pure and cleansed energy from the Earth's core and back up through all of its layers and back up through the crust and through the floor and now back to your feet and body. This cleansing light goes up through your legs, your torso, and your head, and out through your crown and back to the great central sun. You are now fully cleansed and fully connected both to the earth and the source. I will wait for a moment for you to bask in this beautiful energy until you are ready to tell me your healing is complete.
It is done.
Thank you. Now we're going to bring you back into everyday awareness.
I don't want to go back.
Would you like to sit here for a moment?
It's okay.
Okay. We'll begin to bring you back into awareness. We're now going to bring your light body back to your physical body. As you look around, you notice the sparkling spiral staircase again. It is just as beautiful as you remembered it to be, shimmering with every step of the way. Counting from 1 to 10, you start to take the first step up. 10, 9, you start to gain a sense of renewed energy. 8, 7, you are gaining a sense of alignment and vibrant energy returning to your body. 6, 5, you notice an expansion of your heart, also a deeper connection to your inner wisdom and all-knowing. 4, 3, you are now starting to fully return to your everyday awareness and consciousness. Feeling yourself return now to this room and this present day and time. Waking up naturally, feeling wonderful, refreshed, energized. 2, 1, you are now fully awake. And as you find yourself coming back to everyday awareness, we now allow our hearts and minds to gently disconnect at this time. We would like to send loving gratitude to all who participated in your journey today. Thank you and many blessings. You can now begin to stretch. Wiggle your toes and fingers and open your eyes whenever you're ready.